Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? This is your coach Renz, and I tried to make this into a Facebook Live event, but I kept getting interrupted. So if you kept seeing the Facebook Live pop up, but then it went away, I apologize. It just kept getting interrupted, and I didn't want you to have to sit there and listen to me talk to my customers while you're doing, trying to do a Facebook Live about the evidence of what I'm about to tell you, the 11-11 path to your greatness. And we're going to talk about today is just part of it, and that is the 11 signs that you are holding back your greatness. Now, to give you a little bit of a foundation, this is one of the personal development programs that I've had, that I created some years ago, and have shown great success with helping people to move to that next step. But today I'm just going to give you a summary of the 11 things that are holding you back from your greatness. The 11 signs. If you see these signs within you, if you see these signs emanating in your life, then you can change these things. But first, it's just like any program, we have to first identify the issue, right? So let's go. Number one, you seek the approval of other people. You see, if you're sitting there and if you can't do something, or what you do is dependent upon other people's approval, and it doesn't matter if it's family, friends, or co-workers, doesn't matter. Church folks, pastors, doesn't matter. You can't wait for the approval of other people. And I'm going to go through this real quick. Number two, you have poor physical health. Every business book I've ever read, every relationship book I've ever read, everything about making yourself better I've ever read, studied, watched, participated in, if your health is poor, then your life is going to follow suit. Why? The simple idea is this. If you want to be a missionary, how can you go on mission trips if you can't walk? How can you do these things if you can't facilitate it? If you have a grandchild, you want to get on the ground and play with the child, but your knees are so bad that you can't do it. How can you do it? You're not fulfilling the fullness of your life right there, of being able to have that kind of fun. So that's number two, poor physical health. So we got to get in shape. And everybody's not going to be a model, but we can get into a decent enough shape so that you can be active in your life and in your challenges and in overcoming and becoming the greatest you've ever been. Number three, a lack of self-confidence. Now, if you talk yourself out of doing something, then you are already defeated in the purpose, in the process. Most people think that they can make up 5, 6, 7, 8 reasons why not to do something, not realizing that you only need one reason why not to do something. That's a little Jim Rohn thing right there. You only need one reason why you can't succeed. And if lack of confidence, if you don't believe in yourself, then why would you expect anybody else to believe in you? Number four, you are ruled by emotions or logic. You see, logic and emotion is a balance. It's a balance between the two. One helps you in one area, one and the other in another area. But if you're too far to the logic or too far to the emotion, then you're making decisions that are not sound, that are not through good judgment. It's not based on wisdom. You may have the knowledge, the understanding, but you're lacking the wisdom because you're not making a decision based on the two. You can't just go by your gut all the time. This gut plus logic equals great decisions. Number five, poor financial health. Most people are never taught how to be financially prosperous in this world. Most people I encounter don't even understand how credit works. Did you know that 30% of your credit score is based on how much credit you're using to the availability of your credit? Did you know that? But we got to have great financial health. We got to get our credit scores up. We got to know how to save money. We got to stop spending more than we receive. We got to understand the difference between assets and liabilities. So we got to get in great financial health, because if you want to move forward and you don't have the money, it's a little bit difficult to move forward, all right? But we can be resourceful. Number six, history of unhealthy relationships. This one is a big one. I'm just going to say this real quick. I was going over this with someone earlier, and here's the deal. Everybody thinks that they got this long laundry list of what they need in a great mate or a great relationship, and it's not all romantic. But usually there's only 3 or 4 or 5 things that you need in order to be happy. And then on the opposite side of that, there are 3 or 4 or 5 things that you know would make you completely unhappy. You got to find those 3, 4, 5 things that make you happy within a relationship. And then those other things that make you unhappy, they can't be there at all. You only need only one to spoil the whole thing. You can't have greatness over here and then that one thing keep nagging you. It's like, I love coffee, but if I got the perfect cup of coffee, but yet there are grounds in the coffee, it's not a good cup of coffee and I can't drink it. Number 7. Lack of vision or plan. Most of you've heard this. Write the vision, make it plain. My people will die for lack of vision or planning. But how many times do you go through life or you enact something in your life and you don't have a plan or a vision for it? You have no idea the direction that it's going. Even in your life right now, you have no idea of the direction that you were going. If I just put you in a car and I said drive to California, but I didn't give you the directions as to where California is, not even the north, east, south, west of where California is, you're never going to get there. So we got to have a plan. We got to have a vision. So you got to release that pineal gland. That third eye got to be open so you can have your vision. All right, number 8. Procrastination is the rule, not the exception. Everybody procrastinates at some time, at some point on something. But if 10 items come up and you procrastinate on 7 and you get 3 of them done, then your procrastination is the rule and not the exception. Procrastination has to be the exception. It can't be a way of life. You can't keep putting stuff off. If it takes you months and months and months to do something that should have only taken you a couple of days to do, you're procrastinating. You can have all these other things going on, but you are procrastinating. And this one, number 8, flows right into number 9. Number 9 is there is always a reason or excuse why not. You see, when you're procrastinating, but you got reasons why, reasons of this and reasons of that. You don't start a business because of reasons of this and reasons of that. You don't lose weight because of reasons of this and reasons of that. You don't get involved in relationships because of reasons of pain and this and that. Then you have given a reason why you can't do anything in your life, and then your life will stay the same and it will stay mundane. Number 10. Your spirituality is based on the Creator doing it all for you. There's a line that I like in the Christian Bible. It says, you take 1 step towards God, He'll take 2 steps towards you. Notice, you got to take 1 step. Now, most people try to think that this is, oh, I just got to pray. Oh, I just got to believe. No, that 1 step, what they're talking about in that Old Testament is that 1 step means that you actually do something. It's activity, it's action. So you got to take 1 step of action towards the thing that you want to change in your life, what you want to be, how you want to have the things in your life, and then He'll take 2 steps towards you. So you can't wait for manna to fall from the sky. But guess what? When the manna fell from the sky, they still had to pick it up. They had to grind it up and add some stuff to it, and then make an oven and bake it and cake it, and so they can eat it. All right, number 11 is fear. Forget everything and run. You see, if fear is the way you live your life, then the fear is the way you will die in your life. If you forget everything and run, every time you come up to a challenge, something that opposes you, every time you run into some difficulty, you give in to fear and you run from it. Or if fear comes into your life and the first thing you do is just go away and not do something because you're scared of what may or may not happen, then you are going to fail, because fear is not real. Fear is the belief that something is going to happen that hasn't happened yet. So why are you fearful of it? So these are 11 signs that are guaranteed to hold you back. If you exhibit any of them, you need to get rid of them. I'm your Coach Renz. Sign up for your free training, your free coaching session, 30 minutes. Have a great day.